Hello everybody, and welcome back to Let's Play Final Fantasy III, with me, Get Daved. We're in Jidor, the westmost town on the world map, because all world maps are standardized. That town is called Zozo, and if there's one thing you need to know about all poor people, it's that they're liars. Just like everyone from Zozo. Zoto. Headband. Now, I think I remember that being a piece of garbage. No, I haven't purchased one. I'm gonna go for it. The white dress is also a pretty cool piece of armor. Not only is it strong, but it's good for your magic stat. And only Terra and Celas can equip it, but they both have the magics. So, you know, that part makes me feel good. And we'll pick up one mithril vest for Edgar. Everyone can use it. But this is kind of unusual in that the equipment that's available is like light stuff for people like Locke and Sabin. Normally that is not what you get. There's the headband, which is located below the bandana for some reason. It's good for your stats at least. It's probably not actually a Vigor plus 5. Locke's got a hyper wrist on though, so that's padding it out a bit. Probably Vigor plus 3. Still, I'd hit that. And we can probably just use Optimum for all of this. Switch back to the Magus hat because it is actually better than the Green Beret. Though I'm also partial to the Bard's hat. I don't think we can buy that quite yet. Forged, good for Cyan, but we won't be needing it. Like, by the time I intend to use him again, there will be much better available. Kaiser Knuckle, I don't recommend purchasing for saving, because we're going to have way better later. Kodachi for Shadow, if he's in your party, fine. Kodachi? I don't know. Go for it, but honestly, better will be available for him in the short to near future. Yes. Not the near future, the short future. Justin in. Everyone in Zozo lies, except one person. One person tells the truth and gives bad advice. Yeah, I noticed. That's good that you have a completely stratified society based on wealth. Ah. Maria the opera singer is gorgeous. That's worth noting. I wonder if I can really trust what these people have to say. The poor are liars and thieves. No good will come of any of them. This is the auction house. You can buy some really good stuff here later on, but it's closed right now. We'll be coming back a couple times later on in the game to pick up a few... Well, there's only 2 really special things, but you can get some other nice things like hero rings and all that. So, more south to Opera House, a bit more north and east to get to Zozo. Nothing new here. Excitement. Honestly, there isn't really a whole lot going on in Jidor right now. We can check out the art here. To clarify, he's not talking to Edgar. Celas is the one who looks like Maria. And let's look at the paintings, because why not? It does look like a treasure chest. I've been calling them pots all along. Altros. A lamp, maybe? An ancient bucket. Yes, the lovely lady photo is significant for later on in the game. We'll get into why. The paintings do change a little bit over the course of the game, and, well, we'll worry about it when it becomes relevant. It's, you know, there's a little something there. And we begin the long trek through Moria. So Zozo is actually one of my favorite towns and has some pretty cool music. And we're already there, pretty much. Oh goodness. Got a little beat up in that one, so we'll be sure to take care of that. I probably should have stayed at an inn to get all of Celes' MP back, because you can actually take quite a pounding in Zozo. There are some enemies that have magic and some pretty decent spells, but you know what? Alright, let's go for it. Where the overworld music is kind of beautiful, I would describe it that way anyway. The music in Zozo is kind of... well, that's the best description. Shifty. Headbutt! It's a major penalty, jerk. Hades Gigas has a ton of HP, but also when you kill him tends to use the spell Magnitude 8, which I believe is like the force of its body hitting the ground. Oh, a body. Right on. Well, let's start by going in here. The clock secondhand pointing at 30. So, there's a clock in Zozo. The more people you talk to, the more will give you advice on what time it is. Oh, goodness. Well. Nice knowing you, Edgar. So these enemies have level 2 magic spells, Ice 2, Fire 2, Bolt 2, as you saw. Spread out across your entire party, not too bad, about 200 damage to everyone. All on one. Pretty much in a one-hit kill. Sure. That's actually, aside from the Hades Gygus and Slam Dancers, there's not too much to worry about. We'll be going after the Slam Dancer first pretty aggressively because she's the one that has the good spells. Harvesters aren't that bad. They do have Potion, so sometimes they can prolong the encounter a fair bit, but that's it. It's over, Harvester. Yay, goggles. They prevent the dark status ailment and use up a relic slot. Chill. Barrier ring times 2. One of the worst relics in the game. So this led us nowhere, but looks like we can branch into a different building. Dang it! It also came to my attention that I have Celes in the front row, and she's got a long-range weapon, which is taking her runic out of the equation, so might as well get the half damage part of the deal. A tincture. Well, I guess that was worth it. And this door is rusted shut. Remember it well, we'll be back here. We just have to do something about the rust problem. Alright, getting out of the building's pretty straightforward, so... There's 2 other buildings I think we can explore in here. But first things first, I'm gonna head up and talk to the one honest man. Gabbard-de-Gax, which I think of as gobbledygook, the goblin language. Anyway, they can turn themselves invisible, so be sure to use Edgar's Flash, because it'll hit a target whether or not it's visible, unlike, say, auto crossbow. And aside from that, they're pretty unremarkable. And yes, even if you have the sniper sight on, which guarantees a 100% accuracy rate, you will still auto-miss someone who is invisible. It's the battle of 100%. I should really move Celes to the front so I stop doing that. Oh. She's dead. Well, this place is dangerous. And, well, he recommends against it. You can jump between buildings, and we'll be doing that. Oh, if I had to guess. $6.10.50. So I was mentioning the clock of Zozo before, and then something like this happened. How it works is, everybody in Zozo is trying to tell you what time it is. And they all lie. So what you can do is you can eliminate all the wrong times based on the information they give you. And then you can get yourself a chainsaw out of it. Chainsaw is one of the best tools in the game for Edgar. It's stronger than the drill, but also randomly kills enemies. Which is pretty nice. What to do. I think I'm going to swap auto crossbow with drill. And... yeah. I like to arrange them such that a tool that's always a good option is near the top of the list. And let's see the chainsaw in action. It's not always the best choice against bosses, which is the knock against it, but against random enemies you can almost always get a successful auto dispatch. It's about a 50% chance that Edgar will do or try for the one-shot kill. This is just raw damage he's gonna do right now. And hey, 650 hit points, who's gonna argue with that? Not me, that's who. Alright, so we've pretty much seen the sights now. And the only thing left, oh my goodness, is to climb the Relic building. You know what, I'm gonna make you guys watch this one. Hope that worked, I don't have a good feeling about that blitz. Getting through Zozo is pretty demanding on your item supply if you don't have cellos along for the ride, so consider that. Level up on our magic stat? Thank you. Also, my characters are on a slightly lower level than you're likely to be on at this point in the game. Great people! Here. I guess we'll talk to him. Might want to check the top of this building. Well, you want to check the top of a building, not this one. These guys just say a whole bunch of different things, so if you need information on what time it is, it's good to talk to them. But you've got me, so really you just want to get to the front of the line as fast as you can. Alright. No, nothing new. If you want a shortcut for getting down, you see this little hook here. You can ride it to speed things up a bit. I do not recommend. Alright, here's the first point we can jump across buildings. I don't recommend it though, because there is decent treasure here. The Thief Glove. It's a relic only equipable by lock. It converts the steal command into capture, which basically is known as mug in other games. It is an attack and a steal combined. It's not a terrible idea to use it. Alright, jump 1 complete. Well, 1 and 2, I guess. Oh-ho, he's talking in codes. Oh, pretty high encounter rate, everybody. Alright, you know what? I'm going to try getting all of this in one video. Jump back, and get down. And we're very near the end of it now. We've got the last gauntlet of stairs. Starting to get a little worn down. Cella's only has 6 shots of cure left in her. And we're almost at the most important treasure. Boom. So the Fire Knuckle is the first of a handful of just seriously overpowered weapons for Sabin. This is going to be good for a pretty huge chunk of the game, and as soon as it starts being roughly on par with everyone else's weapons, he's going to get another one that just is basically good enough to last until the end of the game, but you get another one on top of it. And meet our friend Dataluma. Can I be of service? I hate fighting, so I'd better let you pass. He's a dirty liar. Big trick with Dataluma is just lay on the offense. He can use potions on himself. He can chain a couple of those together as well, and he can throw items, but if you keep the fight short, he usually doesn't actually reach the super crazy destructive onslaught phase where he starts just throwing crap at you like crazy. He can also call for backup. Yeah, don't worry about it. That'll make it harder to hurt him. Sneak ring. That increases the success rate of steel. Booyah, everybody. So you didn't see any of the really dangerous stuff he can do, but if the fight goes on any longer than that, it can turn south pretty quickly. Alright, and I'm going to end the recording here. Next time, we'll see what lies beyond the final door. Actually, we're going to keep going. I lied. There's things I want to get all in one video next time. Be sure to run to the right and left of the path here because there's some good relics. Well, an X potion and a good relic. You can never have too many running shoes. We found Terra. She appears to be in need of some sort of guru. Gah! She's scared because you talk out of nowhere like that. It's odd that he finds it odd that they call her Terra, considering her birth name is Terra. I guess maybe he's surprised she knows it at all. Yeah, she doesn't look that good. Okay. They started out as friends, but the War of the Magi didn't end with them actually attaining peace and understanding each other any better. It ended with, well, basically mass destruction and then people going their own way afterwards. There wasn't so much peace as the inability to keep fighting, and nothing was resolved. So if you want to know how the Empire got so powerful, just toss her back on that bed. So I guess he's why she went berserk? So she's not human and she's not Esper, she's something else. When you consider the themes of identity and acceptance and all that in this game, it really is quite mature for the era it came out. What do you mean, his people? He ran away. There's a word to remember, everybody. Magicite. So if you kill an Esper, it forms a crystal called Magicite, and whoever has that can eventually learn everything that Esper, or gain all of its powers. You weren't a coward after all, Rama. He gave his life so the others could live. Very noble. Alright, and now we have our first Magicite in the game. Start with these 4. To equip Magicite, I'm going to stick with this party for a while, I think. Just pick a character. Pick the Magicite you want them to start learning under. I typically start saving on curing magic. Lock on offense, and we start working the Magic Plus bonus on cells right away. Well, yeah, I'll go for that. Even though she already knows the Imp spell. And some Espers have bonuses. Kieran's got nothing, but the other 3 do. If you level up, she'll get a permanent increase to her magic power stat. That is the only way to increase your base stats in this game. They otherwise will stay exactly the same throughout the course of the whole game. I feel a bit worse now that nobody's watching over her, but we'll walk back down. We should probably do something about that, limit their power. Cella's got her power from an Esper. I believe in the Japanese version. I've heard that they're a bit more graphic about the exact process of how it happens, but... Nintendo of America had pretty strict censorship policies, well, still does, so things were sanitized. Alright, I'm going to stick it out with Edgar and Sabin, I think. Cyan and Gao, you can't really form a bad party, in my opinion, at this point. I'm not the biggest fan of Gao, so... yeah, that's a bit of a walk. Alright, back to Jidor. That's not strictly untrue. Yeah, he's got a little bit of a thing for Cellas. Oh, you liars. And if you need to know more about how to actually equip Magicite, you can talk to this ghost later on in the game. You can find him in the Learning Hall in Narsh. On that note, I'm going to walk back to Jidor off camera, and I'll see you in the next video.